Just your first thoughts of the fight?
I'm obviously very happy to get the win. Um, I'm I'm really happy with. I'm happy that I rocked her. I'm happy that I took her down and took her back in the second round. I thought all that was good. Right now, I'm just thinking about all the stuff I want to go back and work on. To be honest with you, I feel there was a lot of things I could have done better and should have done better. But it's kind of a short camp, and it's kind of a unique situation out there, and there's always going to be stuff I think that I need to work on. So, I'm happy to come away with the win. I'm happy to have things to work on, and I'm happy that I showed a lot of improvement too. Landing some good leg kicks and landing some good straight punches that rocked her, busting her up a little bit. I'm really happy with my defense on top. She's a good black belt. I'm happy that I was able to take her down and take her back. So there's good and there's bad to take away from that fight. So.
You mentioned there about the unique experience. What has this entire process been like for you, including fighting in there with no fans and in a small arena?
We talked a lot about this. It's a lot like The Ultimate Fighter, and on The Ultimate Fighter, it really tripped me up to have no fans and for it to be quiet, and really threw me off a lot on The Ultimate Fighter. And we talked a lot in this camp about how this was kind of my chance to go back and do that again. I always wanted a redo. I always wanted a redo from The Ultimate Fighter, and my husband and I talked a lot about how this could be maybe my chance to kind of have my own little redo. You know what I mean? I get to go out and do it again and practice doing it better this time, and mission accomplished. We definitely did it a lot better this time. Still a strange experience, but I handled it so much better this time. I'm really happy with that growth.
And what's next for you? Is there anybody you have in mind? Is there a fight you want? What's next?
Absolutely. I want to fight Cynthia Calvillo. She's ranked number 2 right now. Caitlin Chukagian's ranked number 1, but I already fought her. And so I'd like to fight Cynthia Calvillo. She's the girl to beat right now. I definitely deserve a spot in the top 5. I believe I deserve a spot on the women's pound-for-pound list, and I want to fight for contendership. So I want to fight Cynthia Calvillo, and I believe I can beat her.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Lauren, we spoke about this fight about a month ago, and right after we spoke about it, it was signed. I know you were really happy because it was a fight you wanted. How did you feel once you got in there with her? Did she feel pretty much like what you thought she'd feel like as far as strength, speed?
No, actually, I got pretty nervous in the locker room. I was a little nervous at the hotel. In my mind, I tend to blow my opponents up much bigger than they are. And when she walked into the octagon and I saw her across from me, I knew I was going to beat her.
Yeah, it seemed like everything she did, you were shutting it down. It was like denied, denied, denied.
That's one of my favorite expressions, actually.
Yeah, right? Did it seem like she was just feeling like the only way to get some points or to beat you would be taking you down, and she tried so hard? It almost looked like she was putting everything she had in there. Was she close on any of those takedowns?
I think there was one exchange where I had to get real hard on the whizzer, and that I think might have been in the second round. I can't remember, but that was the only time I felt really in danger there. Mostly, I was afraid that the only way she might win would be to pin me up on the cage and just throw little baby knees or little tiny punches or something like that. And basically lay and prey on the cage, or maybe get a takedown on the cage and lay and prey on top. So we did work a lot of defense on that. So I'm happy it paid off. I feel a little bad for her because I know she focused so much on her strength and conditioning, but to me she didn't. I'm a very, very strong competitor. I'm exceptionally strong for my size. I always have been. Ever since I was a kid, people have told me about how strong I am. And so I kind of feel bad that was the area she worked on the most. And so I was able to spend a lot of time working on my technique during the quarantine, and I think it really paid off.
Yeah. It was hard for Sarah McMahon to take you down. And I was looking at Roxanne thinking, I don't know why she's thinking that she's going to be the one to do it 10 pounds less because your takedown defense is good. Did you feel when you took her back, you're welcome, that there was a chance that you were going to stretch her out and do something more?
I couldn't get my second hook in, and I knew I was a little high, too. I knew I was a little high up on her back, and I knew I had one hook in. And, man, once I'm on the back, I'm dangerous. I knew if I could get that second hook in, it was maybe I could finish her. But she is a black belt, and she didn't let me get my second hook in. And I knew I was getting too high up there, but once you're kind of in that position, it's like you either gotta ride it out, get on bottom, and figure out how to get up, or you gotta hit a submission somewhere in that transition. So I honestly didn't expect to kick her off as easily as I did, but happy that worked out too.
Definitely. Last quick question for me. How soon do you think you can go again? Do you feel anything's injured badly from what you can tell right now?
No. I have a 9-day suspension. just for my own sake, I'd like to go home and eat like a lot. It does take me some time to make weight and get my weight down in order to make 126, or 125. But yeah, I'd like to. Let's see, what month is it? Today's June 20th. I could fight again probably August, maybe September.
Sounds great. Hope to see it. Great performance.
Thank you.